Greetings, everyone. So I'm not scheduling this video. Chances are it's going to be, 20 views. That's my lucky 20. And you guys know I'm a very optimistic, law of attraction, do unto others kind of person. But I have to admit, I'm getting a little bit tired of YouTube. I mean, I'm grateful that the shorts are taking off. I'm really happy about that. But the more that I research what it requires and entails to get a successful YouTube channel, the more turned off I am. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm willing to put in the work and do some of these updating, such as like getting better software, creating better thumbnails, which there's contrasting opinions on thumbnails. And I personally think everyone's thumbnails, like a lot of people on YouTube, everyone's thumbnails look the same now. So, but there actually is some really good truth to people choosing a video based on the thumbnail and the title. If I'm not mistaken, that would be your subconscious mind or your unconscious mind just being drawn to like a certain picture or a certain title. So it does make sense. And there's a bunch of things I'm going to do to try to improve my views. But as far as I'm concerned, me reading these articles and or books on my cell phone, I feel the audio is really top notch. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. And I personally do like reading them on my phone. So maybe there's some type of software I can download onto my phone to create better audio. I've already purchased some software to try to improve how my thumbnails look. And it's going to be a slow and tedious process, but I'm going to change a lot of thumbnails on my videos and see if it actually does help. And then probably change some of the titles and see if that helps as well. I mean, usually how I label my videos are whatever the blog post is and or the article. But as time has gone on, you guys can see I create the title based on my viewpoint and how I see things. So, but honestly, I have to be truthful about this. I'm getting really tired of it. I just looked at my creation date of this YouTube channel. And mind you, I had one before this that was pretty successful. I was talking about things people don't want me to talk about, like all the missing children and all the rituals and all the mind control experiments and the mind control on the pop stars. I created one video. In retrospect, I would have downloaded the videos I would have had them on my computer and kept them. But that does take up a lot of storage space. But I did one really good video on, I believe the name of that pop group, I think they're called K-pop. It's an Asian group. And it had 4,000 views, which for me was good. And I had a lot of requests from their fans to do a second one. And I actually was going to do one, and then I got so tired of all the censorship that I was just like, I'm out. And everything happens for a reason. I mean, that's what I believe. And then I created this channel, and I really wasn't doing much on YouTube. And then How did I come on this information? I started getting interested in cults for a whole bunch of reasons. And then I watched The Aftermath with Leah Remini. And that was it. No, wait. No, first I watched the NXIVM series. I think it's called The Vow. And then that was it. I watched The Aftermath. And I got a little bit obsessed with the Scientology cult. And I watched some other Netflix series on cults, like, I believe the guy's name was Ray, the one in New York City. That was really sick. That was, a lot of them are very sick, but that was awful. He later went to prison. The guy Ray. Anyways, I watched a bunch of different television shows about various types of cults. And then I just couldn't believe, the more I learned about Scientology, I was just like in disbelief. Of course, I know who runs things, so I shouldn't be in disbelief. And that's why they've been allowed, I said, to continue, because they're the ones who created it. Yeah, that's it. So, when I first was doing the videos on Scientology, I was still doing a lot of narcissism videos, and I had like 600 to 1,000 views, sometimes 2,000, and those were always a hit. And then they just I can't get past 20 now. And they're done exactly the same. So I just really feel there's some kind of weird hold on my channel. And I am kind of eyeballing TikTok, to be honest. But it gets really old to put so much work into this, and my videos are not going anywhere. And I'm talking more so about the Scientology videos, or even the other cult videos. There were several videos that I put out about children who were being sexually abused in cults, and there was a huge bust, and they sit at like 8 or 9 views. You guys, if you're in the know, you should know why that is. It's not because I don't have the right thumbnail. It's not because, my, view to, I forgot what it is. It's like, your impression click-through rate is important, but also there's the ratio of views to video, or something to that effect. And there's all these like mathematical equations, which actually does make sense, but little do people understand that it's just only to censor us even more than we're already censored. There's a reason that I read news reports a lot, because they have high-powered lawyers that vet everything that they print. So, this is just my 2 cents. I'm not going to schedule it. I'm sure, maybe I'll get 10 or 20 views. I'm getting to the point where I am going to continue working on this and trying to improve it. But there's only so much work I'm going to be willing to do to improve this Scientology crimes and Scientology relationships with police officers and the crimes against children. There's only so much work I'm going to be willing to put into this. Meanwhile, we've got videos right now of 2-year-old little girls twerking that get millions of views. You guys should know what's up. You should know what's up. I'm just tired of all this work. I don't really see it as work, but you guys know what I mean. Energy and effort, and nothing's happening. And obviously, you guys know I don't partake or participate in a lot of the insanity that has gone on within this child advocacy. It's disgusting to me. And I think a lot of people that are supposedly adults need to grow the fuck up. I do. I mean, and that's also turning me off as well. And I know Streets talks about this a lot. And I've agreed with almost everything that he said so far, to be honest. Just keep it at 100. Like I said, I got a t-shirt, Authentic AF, and that's a fact. I mean, and all the things that I'm going through right now, it's just, like, the thing is, at what point do people wake up and say, I'm not putting up with this bullshit? You know what I mean? And because certain individuals want to be so kind-hearted, and I'm just saying in general, I'm not saying everyone. I'm just saying, like, there comes a time where you have to stand up. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm not directing that at any one specific person. I'm not here to be liked. I mean, it's cool if people admire and respect who I am as a human being. I appreciate that. And I would love nothing more than to meet a lot of the folks that are child advocates behind the scenes. Totally would. And I do wonder how many people here are familiar with, I mean, we talk about it all day long about paid agents and infiltrators, but did you guys realize that there are actually people that are paid big money to go inside of what we call movements, and that's another reason I don't like that word, and completely take them over and just dismantle it? I don't talk about it very much, but I was a military police person. I had a top secret clearance. Obviously, I would never discuss the things. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wasn't in some kind of secret project or anything. But I did not fall off the bus, you guys. And I wonder often if that's why my channel is so censored. And I'll admit, like, if I'm not putting the kind of work in to make a good channel, I'll admit to it. I'll freaking fess up to it. But I don't know if and I'm going to continue following the instructions and the leads, like people, like the guy from Think Media, you know, the various people over there in Think Media, and some of these other channels have. I'm gonna do it. But if I continue to put all this work in and it's going nowhere, I'm just gonna leave my channel sit. Because I'm not sitting here, I'm not trying to put time, effort, and energy into something that's not going to go anywhere. And meanwhile, certain individuals trying to pull me into some bullshit. You guys should know what I'm talking about. Can you imagine the freaking audacity and the disrespect? Okay, first of all, it's audacious and it's disrespectful to try to pull me in or any other individual into little elementary games. Number one. But it's even times 10 even worse trying to pull me in. And I'm going through breast cancer treatment. I got stage 3 breast cancer. And I'm getting through it. And we're going to whack it out. We're going to freaking get it out. But, like, get a job or something. Do something with your life, bro. I'm just saying. Do something. I've never seen nothing like this in my life, the things that go on. It's unbelievable. And behind the scenes, I do get frustrated that people won't stand up. And you guys know I will. I don't play around. Haven't for a very long time. And if people don't like me, I don't care. Because I always feel like the right people will like me. I got a heart of gold, I do. But I will stand up in a heartbeat. And I'll stand up for disenfranchised individuals. I've been doing that since I was 12. You know, like the underdog, the people that need help. But you can do that to a fault. And there are people in the world that will take advantage of that kind of person. Yeah, anyways. And at some point I will start doing live videos. There's some things I really do want to do, but I'm just keeping it at 100. I'm really tired of putting my time and effort and energy into this, and it's not going anywhere. You guys know really the true reason. Because governments and authorities and police officers and FBI and Department of Justice and all these places don't want to do their jobs. And if you knew who was at the very top of the pyramid, you would understand a lot more. And they censor anybody that talks about that stuff. They do not want people knowing about the rituals and all these things. So anyways, I'm just venting. And I'm just putting it out there. I don't want anybody trying to pull me into some bullshit with some grown-ass man. Or whomever it is. Like any of this drama or whatever's going on. Do not put comments on my channel about it. Period. This is about helping children that are being abused and neglected right now. In Scientology and other cults. It's not about all this stuff. It's not. Do not try to pull me into this bullshit.